Hey everyone, welcome to today's Facebook Live. I am finally filming at my new house, so I'm really excited because I wasn't sure because I don't have internet quite yet. So as everybody is hopping on here, just be sure to leave a comment, say where you're from. Gina, you were the first person I see on here today. Gina Richards, hi. Welcome everybody. So we had a ton of questions come in. Diane, it's good to see you here as well. So we'll be talking today about back to school, how Shayden's doing, how Landon's doing, how the quintuplets are doing, how everybody's adjusting. We'll be talking about our new house as well as life updates. I know a lot of you have asked questions about dating, so we will be answering those as well. Amy, it's good to see you as well. And Cheryl is joining us. So again, be sure to say where you are from. It's so fun to make those connections and see just how broad of a range we have for our viewership around the world. Shannon, it's good to see you here as well. First thing I want to say right off the bat, the lighting is so much better here in this house versus my last one. So that is probably my most favorite thing about this house that I'm loving so far is just the amount of windows that are in this property. Judy, it's good to see you as well. And Penny Flink, it is good to see you. Sarah, look how lovely the new home. Thank you. It's really come together rather quickly. Elaine is joining us from the Netherlands. And Rita, it's good to see you here as well. Patty, hi. Patty's from Ohio. And Carla is from Portugal. Laurie is from Mesa, Arizona. Lori Wilson, is that my Aunt Lori? She is from Arizona. And we've got Cheryl, she is from Texas. And Emma Broadhurst is just joining us. Thanks for joining us. And Lisa, hi, how are you? And Priscilla is from Alabama. Okay, so let's just dive on in here. We started school this week for all my kids except for Shayden. I'll be talking about Shayden here in just a little bit. Landon is now in the 9th grade, which that is a freshman in high school, but where we live, that is still in the middle school. So he is now the oldest in his grade, or one of the kids, like the oldest kids in his school is what I meant to say. So anyway, he's doing really well. He is adjusting. He spent the last couple days at my house, and this is his first day catching the bus in the new neighborhood. So he is excited about school. He's most excited about his choir class. The teacher is the same that Shayden had, and he really, really likes that teacher. And it's the same teacher that'll transition into the high school with him. So Landon really loves music, the arts. He's going to continue taking guitar lessons, so he's really excited about that. And he is just a good kid. So anyway, he's doing really, really well. Your hair looks great, Jamie. Thank you, Susie. I just barely curled it right before this video, so if it's a little bit crazy, that's why, but thank you. That's really kind to say. The quintuplets started school this week as well. They are all in 1st grade, and they are in 4 separate classes. We have 4 1st grade teachers at the quintuplets elementary school. 2 of the kids are in the same class. The other 3 are in their own class. And the way we divided that out was mainly taking the lead of what the principal recommended and counseling together as parents, but also just to ease the load for the teachers and just make learning just better for the quintuplets and the rest of the class by separating them. So the 2 kids that are in the same class are Violet and Lincoln. We did have one question come in. Let's see. Cardston fan or fam 76 asked, is there a reason why Violet and Lincoln are in the same class? So that was just kind of the principal's take on which 2 kids to pick. And we definitely wanted to split up the boys because they are twinners with everything. And so splitting the boys up is just better for them. And so mixing it up with one girl, we just picked Violet. She's really independent when it comes to learning and developmentally, just her progression. And so that's why we decided to put those 2 kids together. And I think they are going to pair really well together. The kids teacher did tell me that Lincoln and Violet are doing really well in class. So I'm just excited. I'm just excited that they're in 1st grade. And as much as I have loved summer, I am ready for the kids to be back in school. So they are doing well. Jen asks, how was the quintuplets' first day of school? So the kids have been at their dad's this week. We switch off 1 week on, 1 week off. and we transition on Sundays with the kids, except for Landon. He goes from Wednesday to Wednesday. That way he gets one-on-one time with both his dad and I for a couple days, 2 or 3 days away from the quintuplets, which is really, really good for Landon. And so the kids' first day of school, I did get to see them at lunchtime, and they were all surprised. They were like, what are you doing here? Because usually I volunteer in the classroom. So we are getting into a new school routine over here at the Scott household. And we are all adjusting, including myself. I'm adjusting to a new home, a new space. At the end of this vlog, I will give you guys a quick little tour, if you would like, of like the downstairs. I've still got like a lot of boxes that are out and things that I've got to put away, but we are just all easing into a new routine. I did have some questions come in regards to the kids' school that I was going to answer. Maria wants to know, will the kids learn a second language in primary school? And she says, greetings from Spain. So Maria is from Spain. So some of the elementary schools are now incorporating teaching the kids a second language. At my kids' particular school, my kids will not be learning a second language. Some of the schools in my community, so if anybody is in Washington County, you can comment below. I know they offer Portuguese at some of the schools. They offer Chinese dual immersion at some of the schools. I think Portuguese would be fabulous, actually, because to me, Portuguese is like a mixture of 4 different languages, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of French, reminds me a little bit of Italian and English. So if my kids could speak Portuguese, they could understand a plethora of languages, I feel. But my school currently doesn't offer that. They do offer... actually, they don't offer that. I was thinking that they did. Sorry, my brain's a little fuzzy just from moving in. I've just been moving in like crazy this morning before I filmed this and then running errands. Okay, sorry, my brain really is that tired. Okay, let's see. Jennifer asks, what time do the quintuplets wake up and what time do they go to sleep? So the quints typically wake up at about 6:30, 7 o'clock every morning, and they go to bed at 7:30. So I don't mess around. When it is bedtime, it is bedtime. If you can imagine like what it feels like possibly in our household, if you've ever hosted like a birthday party for 6-year-olds, imagine that the birthday party is just always there. That's what I would kind of compare it to. And so I just feel like at the end of the day, my kids are oftentimes just so tired. They played hard, they had a good day, but they are just tired. So it kind of feels like a birthday party, but all the kids look like you and they never go home. So anyway, yeah, so 7:30 is what time that they go to bed. And I had another question come in. What does your bedtime routine look like? I think this would make a fabulous vlog, so I will probably turn this into a vlog so you guys can see our nighttime bedtime routine. It is going to be a little bit different because we are in a new space. This house that I just, I was going to say purchased. This house I didn't purchase. This house I'm renting. The downstairs, the homeowner suite does not have a bathtub, and so I'll be bathing all the kids upstairs. And so I'll be dividing out their clothes into my closet, but then like their jammies, undies, and socks upstairs into like a dresser of sorts. So I'm still organizing and getting all of that figured out. So it is gonna be a little bit different of a routine. So the kids and I are gonna need to get used to that, but I will take you guys along with me so you can see us navigating our new routine. Let's see, next question is from Luciana. How do you get 5 kids ready for school and how long is the process? I think again, this would make another vlog so you guys can see how we do that. Typically the kids pick out their own clothes now that they're getting older. Lincoln and Logan typically like to be matchers. So whoever gets dressed first wants to match with the other kid. So I don't usually pick out the kids' clothes now that they're getting older, unless we're gonna take like a special family picture, or if the kids all have new outfits, they get really excited to wear those and to be matchers with each other sometimes. So as far as like how we get ready for school, we usually wake up at like 7 a.m. I get everybody up and going. We have them get dressed. My rule is they need to get dressed before we eat breakfast because I have some kids that will just dawdle and take an hour and a half to get dressed. And then they would miss the bus or they would miss school. And one thing that is going to be different this year is this house is a different location than my other house. And so I'm gonna need to drive the kids every single day that I have the kids to school and pick them up every day. So that is gonna be a different routine than our last house. Our last house, my kids took the school bus, and that was really nice. So how long is the process to get the kids ready every morning? I would say about an hour and a half, but we're gonna have to do it a little bit sooner just to make room for about a 15 to 20 minute drive to the elementary school. So that is going to look different this year. I did have somebody ask, is Dad's house close to my house? So at this particular property, we're a little bit farther apart, but we're still kind of the halfway point is the school that the kids are going to be zoned for. So we still do live pretty close to each other in this town. Okay, SM Gransky asks, are you going to volunteer in the kids' classrooms this year? Yes, that is going to be a little bit different this year because they're going to be in 4 classrooms. Last year, we had 2 classes, boys class and the girls class. But we decided, if you're just tuning in, we decided to split the kids up this year. So we've got Lincoln and Violet in the same class. And then the other 3 kids get to be in their own classroom. Logan actually gets to be with his same kindergarten teacher, which I'm really excited about. She's fabulous. She's so patient with him. And Logan sometimes has a hard time with transitions. And so going from point A to point B, sometimes it just takes him a minute. And his teacher from last year is totally patient with him, which I absolutely love because he's just very tenderhearted and a very sweet little boy. So he is gonna be doing really well. So volunteering in the classrooms, I'm gonna have to see because I'm already gonna be, I don't wanna spend as much money on gas. So this house that I am in for this next year is about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes from town, depending on where I wanna go. But it lowered my overhead tremendously. So that is why I'm in this property. And I love it. This space is just bright and cheery. Landon loves it too. He couldn't stop talking about it last night of just how much he likes this new space. It's very modern, very transitional, and just cheery. So I really love this space. Jessica asks, Jessica633, what are your favorite healthy snacks to put in kids' lunches? Again, I think this would make an awesome portion of a vlog. Just some of the things that I put into my kids' school lunches. I find that my kids don't always eat what I pack them for lunch. So if I pack like cookies and like fun snack stuff, they don't have that much time to eat their lunch and do recess. And so I have the main staple is their sandwich. And then I usually include like a cookie and then like chips, just a few chips on the side, because my kids, if I pack too many sweets in their lunches, they would rather eat that than what they made them. And I noticed that on the first day of school, I went and visited the kids and their dad had packed their lunches. He packed them a sandwich with a couple of other snacks, and some of my kids, I had to be like, your dad made you a ham sandwich. You need to eat that, not just the cookie and not just the other side thing that he included. So making sure my kids get that balance health-wise so that they have good energy for learning, for playing, all of those things is really important to me. So I typically do more snack type stuff the moment the kids walk in the door. So we do simple things with quintuplets like crackers and a cheese stick. For my kids that can eat fruit that don't have the allergies, we'll do like apples, cheese stick, crackers, something quick, something easy, something simplistic, because my kids after a full day of school just want to play. So I think these are great questions that would be wonderful to incorporate into a vlog so you can see how we do things over here at my house. Becky Lynn asks, do you like to read and what are your favorites? I do like reading. My time is a little bit more limited. Before the quintuplets, when it was just Shayden and Landon, I would read for hours and hours in a day. I loved reading anything from self-help to decorating to gardening books. I love topics like that. New recipes, those are things that I've always loved. But now having quintuplets and being a single mom, my life just looks different and I just have to accept that. So finding balance, I do like books right now. I am reading more of self-help books. I am reading a book about dating. It's called 8 Dates by Gottman. I forget his first name. I think Dr. John Gottman. And that's really helpful as I'm navigating, looking at different relationships as I am dating. I also like reading, there's some books that are like child development books. I think those are by Gottman as well. Things about like raising teenagers, and they have ones that I've read, like the baby books, like toddler books, preschool age, and now like 6-year-old kids. So I'll probably be doing a refresher on that. I think it just helps me be a better mom. So I do love self-help books right now. When I was younger, I used to read both fiction and nonfiction. Now I just like self-help books because I need books that are just quick and to the point during this season of raising my kids. We have got tons of people joining us right now. Donna, it's good to see you. Leslie, thank you for watching. So again, if you were just hopping on here, be sure to say where you're from. It's so fun to make those connections. Sue Kennedy, good to see you on here as well. Okay, Barb asks, are you starting school? I know I've talked about this before. I would love to go back to school, and it is just a lot navigating school with all of my kids. And I feel like once I get the hang of that, hopefully I can go back to school. I have 1 year behind me. I don't know if my credits will transfer. I have heard of an online school that works with people like me that are single moms, and you can kind of take it at your pace. So I may be doing that maybe in the next 6 months to a year. We'll kind of have to see. So right now I'm currently not back in school. I wanted to make sure all my kids are navigating school really well before I start heading back to school. Shayden, I talked to Shayden just barely today. He is attending school in Wyoming. He is on scholarship there, and he is playing soccer on the collegiate level. He's so excited about that. And he just called to tell me that he qualified for some other types of funding. And so he is just extremely grateful for that. And I just have to say, I have really, really good kids. So Shayden, they picked 2 team captains, the coach did, for soccer, and Shayden was picked as one of the team captains. So I'm just really proud of him. He's just so down to earth, so easygoing. And the coach put all of his players and chose who everyone's going to have for roommates. And so Shayden was assigned a few kids that are younger than him, that just joined the team, that are freshmen, that just came in from Germany. And he was just telling me, like, navigating college is a bit tricky at times. Like, so we were reflecting back on his first year and how he's helping these new kids that just joined the team. And he was saying it was really hard navigating missing his girlfriend that first semester. And so these sweet German boys, one of them was just really missing his girlfriend and just really opened up to Shayden about just cultural differences and just all of it. And I just was really proud of my son that he could reflect back on what that time period was like for him. That first semester of college, you're missing your family. Everything is different. You're missing perhaps your girlfriend and your friends. And Shayden has just been wonderful, just to help other people navigate that. He could relate to it, and he's just down to earth. I love that kid, and he's got a good sense of humor. He was telling me that his roommates had never eaten at a Taco Bell, and so he took him to Taco Bell and to Dairy Queen, and the German kids were like, I have never had a Blizzard from Dairy Queen, and this is the best thing I've ever tried. And then they were also talking about how it's so much easier to eat junk food in America in the few weeks that they've been here because it's cheaper and it's accessible. Whereas other countries, it's priced higher and it's something you would only eat like occasionally. So I thought that was interesting. So Shayden and I were discussing that. But yeah, Shayden's excited about this up and coming school year. And I'm just excited to see what he does next. So if you haven't watched my live video that I did with both Shayden and his cute girlfriend Tatum, you might want to go back and watch that one. We fill you in on a lot of Q&A stuff that came in from the live video, plus questions that came in that they answered. So anyway, Shayden's doing great. Landon is doing great. I went back to school shopping with Landon. He is such a great kid too. I just have to say, I have wonderful children. So Landon did back to school shopping, and I took him to a few places in town. He was like, honestly, Mom, I just want like basics. He really is all about like sensory friendly clothes, which I'm going to get to in a minute because I had questions come in about that. Sensory friendly clothes, easy outfits that he can throw together where he can mix and match and make several outfits. He likes things that are comfortable, sensory friendly, and visually aesthetically pleasing to the eye is what I would say in summary about Landon. We did pick up some back to school supplies. So between Walmart, Amazon, it's just been nice to get those school supply lists and then have everything delivered since I live outside of town now. So that's been really nice. And it was just fun catching up with Landon in the process of we went and got like dinner. He had soccer practice, so I met his new soccer coach, and we are just transitioning into the new school year. So I don't know if anybody else can relate to that. For me, sometimes it just feels like a lot to navigate getting back into the new routine. And after like a week or two, for me, it's like 14 days to build a habit. Then it just gets so much easier. So I'm really excited for back to school with my kids. Okay, Jenna Hansen, 24, asks, how is the new house coming along? It is coming along. So this house I have downsized. It is a townhome, but it's pretty spacious, so it feels like a house to me. I am just simplifying. So anything that we don't need, we don't use, or we haven't used in a year, I'm just getting rid of by donating it or giving it away, or just knick-knacky stuff that the kids don't need, you know, all of their artwork, just simplifying with their artwork. So each of the kids, I'll include this in a vlog too. I did this last year. So each of the kids have a binder, and I put all of their most favorite school projects and things that they're proud of in there. And then that way they can look back, and when they graduate, they can kind of look back over the school years to see their growth or progression when it comes to reading, when it comes to writing, when it comes to their math skills. And it's just fun to see the progress of my kids as a mom. And then when my kids graduate, they can decide what they want to do with that. So anyway, so the new house is coming along. I love that the furniture I've had over the last, I don't know, like 8 years is the style that's called transitional. So the thing I love about transitional decor is it matches with just about any type of home or any type of house. And so I've been able to kind of put together using pieces I already have in this space. So I'm really excited in an up and coming vlog to show you just the home decorated, put together, and fully functioning so that there's a place for everything and everything in its place. Okay, 2 of you asked the exact same question. Dubai Carey or Dubai Carey, and Diana Bridge asked, what is your favorite thing about the new house so far? Okay, I have a lot of favorite things that I'm loving about this new space. Number 1, I love how light and bright and airy this space feels. I love the amount of windows when you first walk in. And somebody just said, Lily looks just like you. She's your double. I agree with that. Lincoln actually is my twinner from when I was little, but Lily nowadays, like now that I'm older, Lily looks just like me. I would agree with that comment. Okay, the other thing I really love about this house is the kitchen. It is so bright. It's light, it's bright. It has a refrigerator that came with this property, and it has a water dispenser and an ice dispenser. And I know for a lot of you that might not sound like anything too fancy, but for me, my last house didn't have that. And so to have fresh ice with this heat is like a game changer for me. So I think the kids are really gonna love that. And I won't have to get the kids water as frequently, like they can just do it themselves from the fridge. And at my last house, like our water from the tap didn't get too cold. And so this with the refrigerator is gonna be just icy cold. My kids are gonna love it. So I also love the upstairs space. It has like a big hangout for all the kids, and it kind of has different sections. So once I've decorated those, I'm really excited to show you guys that. When Landon walked into this house for the first time a couple nights ago, like he just had the biggest grin on his face when he walked up those stairs. Like he has a space that is just for him along with his bedroom. So I'm really excited about all that. I ordered a new bed for Landon. His bedroom is a little bit smaller, and so we're just thinking vertically as far as storage and organization. So I'm just really excited about this house, and I love that my overhead has dropped tremendously with this property versus my last house. So I'm just really grateful. I found this place on Facebook Marketplace. So if you are looking to rent, Facebook Marketplace can be a great resource. And I really love the property management company that I work with. They're wonderful. So shout out to Dion if she is watching this. She's fabulous. Okay, Kathleen asks, love your new house. Do you love it? I absolutely love this house. And I am just excited to create a home here with my family. I really love the homeowner suite. One thing I don't love about it though is my nightstands don't fit. And so they are too big for this space. So I will probably just store those in my garage or under the stairs. And the next property I go to, when I'm done renting, hopefully they fit in the new space because I really loved those nightstands. But I'm hoping to find through thrifting or secondhand just a couple of nightstands that fit in the space a little bit better. So I really do love this house. We will see the quintuplets reaction when they see this house for the first time. I think they're really, really gonna love it. And I know that I love it, and I know that Landon loves it. He was just so happy when he saw this house for the first time. It just feels good, and it just feels like home walking into it. So we really are excited about that. Okay, we had a few questions come in between Instagram and Facebook. One question is from Cheryl. What helpful hints do you have for people with sensory issues? And her question is in regards to both children and adults. So speaking of Landon and sensory issues, when it comes to back to school shopping, I'll probably do a vlog on this as well. I think companies are realizing that we have a lot of sensory issues with our younger generation, or we have words for it or a name for it. So when I was a little girl, just a brief story, my mom tells the story of like how I would throw temper tantrums and fits when it came to socks, underwear. I would say my clothes were itchy or they were too tight. Now that I'm older, I have words for that. And my children, my little kids and my big kids, have expressed these kinds of things too. So sensory friendly clothes to me are items that don't have tags, or if they have tags, they're not at the back, but they're more lower on the clothing items so that it's not scratchy. If there's threads on the clothes, like just not thick thread, it is itchy. Even shopping for me, I have to have like really stretchy clothes. So things that are cotton, modal, spandex, rayon, those are sensory friendly things that my kids all enjoy and like wearing. Athletic clothes that are a bit oversized or things that Landon really likes. Landon likes sizing up in clothing. I'm that way too. So I've always been that way as a kid. Daisy, she's not too picky actually, and neither is Lincoln, but Vivi is definitely needs sensory friendly clothes. Lily could wear anything and not really care so long as it was like Lily approved and fun and colorful or glittery. Landon likes things that are calmer, so he likes clothing colors that are basic colors where he can mix and match. So hopefully that's helpful. For me, I have to feel the clothing at a store. So online shopping for me personally is a little bit trickier unless I know the brand really, really well and I know exactly how it fits. I like buying my shorts and pants secondhand from Poshmark, from eBay, possibly Stitch Fix, just because I look at like the clothing, like the content of the clothing, I have to have stretchy clothes. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but sensory friendly clothing is really important to me and my kids. Barbara asks, how old am I? I am 39 years old. I will be 40 in October. Katie wants to know, what are some of your kids' favorite meals? She says, my daughter is so picky and my boys have several food allergies. I have kids that have food allergies. Some of the quintuplets have food allergies, and I have picky eaters, and I have kids that just prefer different things. And so some of my go-to things that are healthy that all the kids will eat, we'll do a lot of breakfast for dinner and switch it up. My kids think that's so fun. We do a lot of like yogurt, and then like a yogurt parfait bar. So the kids can pick what their toppings are. So they can add granola, they can add bananas, they can add cereal, they can add strawberries. My kids really like that. I also have a chicken nugget recipe that is homemade, that is egg-free, but it has seasoning, and all my kids love it, including Landon and my parents and myself. It's really good. So I'm happy to share that sometime. I have kids that are allergic to eggs of the quintuplets. And then some of the kids, if things are too highly processed, they get really, really itchy. And then the kids that have eczema, it just aggravates the itching, aggravates the eczema. It's just like a whole thing. And so I find just keeping it simplistic and introducing new things every now and again. My kids get really excited and they're happy to eat it. Okay, Regina asks, is there a place where we can watch your earlier vlogs from when they were babies? I have started up a YouTube channel for those of you that follow me on both. If you're not, you can jump on to Jamie Scott or 5 to Love on YouTube, and you should be able to find my current videos there. My original videos are going to be found on Facebook, and I know some of you have asked this question before, and I am considering reposting older vlogs up onto my YouTube channel. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. Okay, we've got people making connections. Diana's talking to somebody else right now. Ashley, it's good to see you. Okay, so I've answered those questions. Okay, I will take any questions that you guys have right now. And then I had a plethora of questions come in about dating. So I will save those for just a few minutes here, and I'm happy to answer those. So if you have questions, you are welcome to answer them now. Sheila Quinn is joining us. It's good to see you. Hi, Sheila. And then as you are hopping on here, be sure to leave a comment where you are from. Nikki is joining us from Scotland, and Jonna is watching us as well. Okay. Some of the questions that have come in, I'm happy to take those as you guys are typing them. Let's just jump into dating here since we're waiting for questions to come in. Okay, Eliana Reese asks, how do you navigate dating, finding a partner while also having kids? And I love your positivity. Navigating dating. So originally, I really didn't start dating until about 8 months ago. I just wasn't even quite ready then, but originally I had somebody set me up in my neighborhood with someone they knew really, really well, that they met while he was going to dental school, actually. So that was originally how I met Austin way back in the day. And, I would kind of date and get to know him pretty much when my kids were at their dad's, or in the evenings once the kids went down, because first and foremost, I am a mom and I love being a mother. And so that is my number one top priority, is my family. But I do believe that there is room for love and finding a partner and a wonderful best friend and a friendship. And so I typically was spending more time in the evenings or when my kids were gone when it came to going out on dates. Since we're not together anymore and that one didn't work out relationship-wise, I went on just a handful of dates with a few different people that I met through a dating app that is it's called LDS Mutual, and then Facebook dating offers free dating, and that was a great way to make connections, especially if I had mutual friends with people. And then the person I'm dating now, I think most of you know, his name is Chad. I met him through a dating app. Originally through Facebook, and he reached out to me, but I had actually deleted the app, and then because trying to navigate two apps was just a little too much for me, so then I was on just the LDS Mutual app, which is just a Christian dating app similar to Christian Mingle, and then we connected that way. So as far as how I navigate that now with relationships, now he's met my kids, and so it's easy to just go to a park and bring the kids, or him to come over here and to be around the kids. And so that is how I'm navigating it now. We spend a little bit more time together when the kids are at my dad's house and taking our time getting to know each other. But as far as yeah, it's kind of been seamless, honestly. And I'll get to that because there were questions about that now. But yeah, navigating that, it's actually come with a lot of ease, this relationship, which I'm really grateful for. Okay, this name, I'm not quite sure how to say this. KJAIVE19 over on Instagram asks, is your boyfriend LDS? And she says, so happy for you. He is a member of the same faith as me. So somebody said, Terry says, most realtors. Okay, so we had questions as to why we don't say master bedroom anymore, and now I call it the homeowner suite. So master bedroom is a little bit of an outdated term. People now use the term homeowner suite, and it's more politically correct, so that's why I say that. Or the primary bedroom, that's another way that people say it these days. Okay, Janet Rockwood, was Chad aware of your family before you started dating? Yes, I've always been very Sorry, my battery is a little bit low. I've always been really upfront when it comes to dating and letting people know that I have quintuplets within our first conversation, because I believe honesty is important and integrity is important. When I was dating other people, did they meet my kids? No. I really wasn't interested in my children getting to know someone unless I was really starting to get to know someone, and I wanted to make sure it was a good fit. So Chad was all in and was really excited knowing somebody had quintuplets. That was a first for him. And he's always wanted more kids. And so he has 3 kids. So plus my 7, that would be 10. But each of us have kids that are in college and that are becoming more independent. So I think blending our families together has been a little bit more seamless than I thought. He has really, really good kids, and he has a wonderful co-parent. Chad's kids' mother is wonderful. So that's been really easy, actually, in navigating all of that. Okay, our next person asks, Ndursulak. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Over on Instagram, asks, what does he do for a living, and is he ready to take on your large crew? So Chad works for the government. He works with athletes, and he's an athlete himself. And he loves my kids. He thinks they're wonderful, and my kids think he's pretty cool too. So answering that question, Gstad71 asks, do you ask the older boys for their input on who you date? I do take into consideration, especially my older boys, how they think and feel. And both my boys are like, he's cool. We like him. So we're going to go with that. And what do the little kids think? He really knows how to get down on their level. If you watched my last vlog, he came and spent a couple days up with my extended family and myself at Grandma and Grandpa Smith's cabin. And he also brought his son. So you'll see him in the vlogs. If you haven't watched that one, you might want to go back and watch that. He is in the shots pushing the kids on the swings. He's just really patient. He has both daughters and a son, so he knows all about being a dad. And I think he just walked into my house right now. I think. Hi.
Are you on?
I am on. I was just saying nice things about you.
Nice things?
Yes, all good things. All good things.
I'll pay you later. I'll pay you with a drink. How's that?
You brought me a soda?
Can I go like this? Just wave?
Yeah, you can just wave. Thank you. What'd you bring me?
Diet Dr. Pepper with coconut, because the other place had too big of a line.
Oh, this is great. Thank you.
So I just got done, and so I thought, swing out and bring you a drink.
Thank you.
I forgot you were doing this.
Thank you.
I gotta go back to work though,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
See ya.
Thank you for the soda. All right. Okay. My face is a little bit red. Okay. Karen asks, how have the kids reacted to your new friend? Love your dating views. My kids think he's cool. And I think I already answered that one. Noreen asks, how's it going blending your family and your friend's family? It has been going good. I think our families mesh well together so far, but we are just really taking our time and getting to know each other. I'm not in a rush, and I want to find somebody that is just a really great fit for my family. Okay, I am seeing comments come in, so I will take your comments. Sue says he's a keeper. He's sweet. He just barely left. He just filmed a segment, I think that's going to be on KSL. So for anybody in Utah, he does a lot of like recreational stuff for our county. So anyway, he just filmed a segment and he had a jet. That was so sweet. What a guy. Heather, he is really, really sweet. He always asks and says things like, what can I do for you today? How can I help? And what do you need? And I think it is just wonderful hearing that and navigating a lot of these things as a single mom. It's just really, really helpful. Hello from St. Louis. Love your family and love your vlogs. Amy, thank you. We really love these kids too. Kristen, it's good to see you. Again, be sure to say where you were from. Your eyes were just glowing. I didn't know if he was going to swing by or not, especially because he has to drive like 20 minutes from town just to get here and back to get back to the office for him. But he really is kind and he really is wonderful. I really wasn't so sure about this whole dating thing. But I find that this person really adds to my life in so many ways. And so I am just going to take my time and getting to know him. And I think he could be a wonderful fit for my family. Kristen Bronson, it's good to see you. I hope you were navigating back to school okay over at your house. Chris is from Chicago. Linda, it is good to see you on here as well. Okay, so those are all the questions that came in. I had a bunch more, but I had to kind of skim through them really quickly today. Doreen is from Canada. She loves keeping up with our adventures. You know, raising quintuplets, having 7 kids, every single day looks different. You would think that it's exactly the same, but it always looks different. The kids are changing and you just never, oh my gosh. That is fun. How do you get all of these cool things off of there? I don't know. Whoever sent me stars, thank you. I didn't know that that's what would happen. Zoe Gold, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us as well. Okay, if you guys have questions, I am happy to answer and take your questions. And if you want, I can give you a little bit of an honest, messy house tour as far as the progress of moving in and all of that fun stuff. Janice Young is joining us as well. Okay, I'm gonna take this camera off the stand and I will give you guys a tour of the new house. I think my front door, the wind just blew it open. Maybe, I'm not sure. So, okay, so this is our front room. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Couches, lots of open lighting. If I step back, you can kind of see the layout a little bit more. This is super messy back here. I need to get a desk. So I'm hoping to find, a desk to house all of this stuff right here. Cause my last house in the move, my desk broke that I originally had, like the leg snapped off. But there was a built-in desk area in the kitchen. So I'm gonna look for a secondhand or on the cheap desk. This is our table. I will probably get a longer table. I'm hoping to just find one at the thrift store and then get a couple more chairs that match this. But I love like all of the lighting and the open space. It has a really big kitchen island compared to my last house. So I love that. This is kind of our drop station. So I'm gonna probably get like some organization there. I love this new refrigerator that is absolutely brand new. And then I finally went grocery shopping yesterday. So I'm starting to restock our refrigerator with the move. I can take you guys into the homeowner suite. This is those are my nightstands that don't fit. My bed fits in here okay. Still got moving boxes. And then all of this stuff, I'm gonna have to find a place upstairs, downstairs. And then just a whole bunch of, if anybody's into Dillard's lately, I went shopping at Dillard's and they just have like tons of clearance. So the girls just got their hair cut. And so I picked up some hair bows. This is super honest. You guys get to see all this. And then this is the bathroom. It's kind of messy. Shower. It's kind of weird. The shower doesn't have a door. So it's a little cold when you shower. And then I'm putting all of the quintuplets things in my closet. We're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully it simplifies, but I still have to put all of this stuff away. I haven't moved in all the way yet. And then I can take you guys upstairs and you can see the upstairs of the house. But yeah, we're just still moving in. This is the hallway. I absolutely love how much lighting is in this hallway. So I'm gonna find some organization for shoes, probably some hooks for the backpacks so we can just have a spot for everybody as they walk in. And then this little lovely mirror. I wanna get a bigger mirror right here. So anyway, we're gonna have a mirror as you first walk in, and then these are things that I'm just moving upstairs, finding a place for them. But yeah, let's go upstairs and I'll show you guys the upstairs loft area. Landon absolutely loves this space. So right as you walk in, we have all of this for Landon and his friends and the quintuplets. to watch a show. And then this section right here, we're still moving in. This is gonna be a play area for the quintuplets. They've kind of outgrown this play kitchen, so I might get rid of that and sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And then right here, I might have just some more older age appropriate toys because the kids are kind of getting bored with what they have. So I love shopping secondhand, thrift shopping, all of that. So we'll see what we can find. This is the quintuplets little boys room. I haven't put the beds together. This is all their bedding. We've still got moving boxes here. And then the little girls bedroom, I'm still problem solving when it comes to 3 beds in a room. So I've been researching a ton and I have found an option that I think I want to do. So I'm looking at bunk beds. You guys know how I feel about bunk beds, but I might do a triple bunk bed or like having 2 little girls on the bottom. I'll show you. I might do this option. And then like a full-size bed up top. So this is their bedroom. And I'm gonna try and incorporate these pieces of artwork into this space. We're gonna keep their same bedding because it's so cute. They do have a little closet. So we might just put toys in there. Let's see. And then Landon's room is super messy. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, because we are still moving in. He's only been here for a couple days. So some things he needs, some things he doesn't. He does have vertical storage here. But yeah, that's our space. This is the laundry room. It's kind of smaller than what we're used to, but it's great. And then we are still moving into the bathroom. So we are combining a lot of things with vertical space. So anyway, that is today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was like an honest tour. I can't get over how much light this space has. I just love it. And I love that they are starting to build affordable housing for families like mine here in my local community. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this live video. I am going to jet back and keep at it with unpacking and putting away all of our things from the garage. So anyway, thank you guys for watching and for your continued love and support of my family. Hope you're all enjoying the back to school season and we will catch you the next live video. We'll see ya.